We have quite the topic. Some of you may find it a bit controversial. Some of you may find it a bit real. It's what's happening in society. But before we go on to that, of course, we're telling you about the Stanchart Marathon, which is happening on the 27th of October 2024. Now, if you're a person who likes the outdoors, you like, just keeping up with your health, with your friends and family, if you're a corporate, you want to go out there and just have that good camaraderie, with fellow co-workers and friends and the like, this is the place where you want to be, all right? I know some of you already, really big on it. So it's happening on the 27th of October 2024 on the Southern Bypass Road, starting from Uhuru Gardens. So you'll have quite the workout, right? And it's in different categories. Now this year, they want to register about 23,000 runners, and the event will feature 7 races. That is 42 kilometers male and female, 21 kilometers and male and female, I beg your pardon, 21 kilometers wheelchair male and female, 10 kilometers male and female, and of course the 10-kilometer CEO challenge and 5-kilometer family fun race and the corporate relay challenge. So there's a whole lot of things that you can choose from. Of course, get our paper, The People Daily, you get a bit more insight into it. But this is the thing that is happening right now, and it's in October, just I can say 2 months away. We're not yet in September, right? So, you just have a good month to prepare and get yourself into shape if this is something that you're really up to and looking forward to. So it's quite the thing that will keep your, paces up. Right, so like I mentioned, today is Heart to Heart Day and it's relationships. And we are asking you, have you heard about the new buzz around ashwagandha? Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. That is yesterday's topic. Today we are asking you, do side chicks play a role in making marriage last longer? Do side chicks play a role in making marriages last longer? Now, we have a few guests for today, but we have so far one guest who's arrived, and his name is Melanin King. I will let him say his, a government names, but that is our question of the day. It's right there on your screens. Our handle on Facebook is at K24 TV. On X, we are on at K24 TV, and of course, our WhatsApp line is right there on your screens. Melanin King, welcome to our studios.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good, feeling blessed actually.
Well, I'm happy you were able to come and you accepted our request for you to come here.
Thank you for having me.
So what do you think of the topic?
First of all, my name is Glantu Ruvinzu. Just like you said, I also go by the name The Melanin King. And to be very honest, first of all, we need to understand who is a side chick before I can even give my perspective on where I stand on this topic. Okay, so who do you think a side chick is? Basically, this is somebody who is having an affair with someone who is committed, someone who is already probably in marriage or committed in a serious relationship. So that is what we would actually refer to a side chick. So now, having said that, I think I have my pros and cons towards the topic, because I would say to some extent, probably it enhances or it promotes or it makes it last longer, depending on certain factors. And at the same time, looking at maybe the Bible, looking at the society and the society expectations of how relationships are supposed to be, then I think I would say no, it does not support or it does not promote marriages or relationships to last longer. I see. Have you had any form of experiences in that way? Have you, been able to experience anything in that direction? I think yes. Not even I think. Actually, yes, because you said I think. Not even I think. I'm sure yes, I have. Yeah. Out of experience, I've been a side dude before. So oh, really? Yes. How did that happen? Please tell us. Well, it's quite an interesting story, but I don't know, is it really interesting or sad? Because for a man to be a side dude, but it's happening right now. Just like you mentioned. They call them baby boys. Yeah, baby boys or something like that. But in this case, I wouldn't really refer to it as a baby boy, because it was not a Koga kind of relation, Koga and a young boy kind of relationship. It was more of somebody who just wanted to have extra marital affairs with me, simply because they felt like their partner was not giving them enough attention, enough time just to spend time with them. And I was available. I was readily available for that. So that's how I ended up being a side dude. And yeah, I don't know if it was a beautiful thing or it's a sad thing, but I think it's a sad thing.
It's a sad thing.
Yes.
So why did you also, you know that there are processes to it. So you could also say that you decided and you felt also the need. Did you feel like there's a competition? It's mysterious. So, you know, this other person doesn't know that you're doing what you're doing, you know?
Okay.
How was that whole thinking process for you?
So first thing I'll tell you is I felt like I deserved the opportunity and the chance to be with this person just like any other person out there, just like the person they were with. So I felt like I deserve the same equal opportunity like them. So that was number one. And then number two, did I know that they were actually committed? Actually did. I knew about it. But like I'm telling you, I'm still referring to point number one where I'm saying I felt like I deserved the same chance, the same opportunity as the person they were already staying. So me being there, I was feeling like love can be shared. Because again, I feel like we have such a big heart to accommodate more people. And I know I'm going to get a backlash on this, but I feel like we have a big heart to accommodate people. And we can love more than one person. I know that. Yeah, interesting.
Right. We also have on set, we want to welcome Diana Kimani. She's here. She's a content creator, just like, you know, Melanin King here. Diana, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, our topic for today is, of course, you know, do side chicks play a role in making marriages last longer? He's just given his experience that, you know, he was also a side guy, you know, before, you know, in the past. What is your opinion on the same?
I heard him say he wanted love. You choose one. Do you want to be a side guy or you want love?
Okay, that's a good question. But, well, like I said, we have a big heart and we can love so many people. I believe we can love so many people.
No, it doesn't work that way.
You think?
It doesn't work that way.
No.
There's only Adam and Eve. So if you're adding an equation, it means you're a bad equation. You choose not to get the heart. Get the benefits though.
I still tell you that I believe that we have a big heart, we can love people, and you don't have to necessarily stick to one person because of love. Because again, we do not have a perfect definition of what love is. If I was to ask you what love is, can you really define for us what love is in the first place?
It's just me putting my needs, your needs in front of mine.
My needs, your needs. So it has nothing to do with emotions, feelings.
Bruh.
So,
2024.
So I think the question here, basically maybe what he's alluding to, that it's hard to, even if you're playing the game, to separate your feelings and the actual thing that you want, you know, because he was saying that he wanted equal opportunities as the guy, this chick was saying. So eventually you'll find most women or some men saying the same thing, that why is he getting all this and I'm not? Or why is she getting all this and I'm not? Now, what do you think of the same?
Okay, I'm going to explain it in terms of a wife and a side, yeah? Okay, so a wife is someone that's giving this man 70%. So he's looking for 30. You have 30. He knows you have 30% to offer. So he's not going to drop a 70 for a 30. So you'll never get equal opportunities with a wife and a side chick. Okay?
I see. But in your opinion, are they necessary to make marriages last longer?
It's the only reason why your marriage right now is working. It's the only reason. Your side chick. Okay, what happens is, if I'm a side chick, yeah? The guy had a long day at work. He calls me. He will come to me and I'm going to pamper him. I'm going to make sure first he calms down before he comes to your house. You get? So when he comes to you, he's not going to come with aggression, a bad day. Even if you had a bad day as the wife and you want to give it to him, he's just going to take it in so calmly because he already relieved the stress.
I see. What are your thoughts on
I don't know. For that, I beg to differ, honestly, because first of all, there's a lot that comes with being a side chick. I think I was seeing online somewhere, that there's actually a side chick code of conduct or code of rules that they're supposed to follow up if you really want to be like a successful side chick. And I looked at that and I asked myself, do you really have to, put up with all this? Because at some point I saw someone saying that if you want to be a side chick and to make it work and to make the marriage that this man is in to also work, is part of it is you should never ever get pregnant. Number two, you must this man. Now, all that was the man is being stressed can be able to call the talk and relieve, basically get that. I don't think that is actually the best way to solve things. And when it comes to maybe you have a problem or you're actually facing stresses in your marriages. So in my opinion, what I'm going to say about the whole thing and what she's actually said is side chicks have so much to put up with, which I feel like it is actually damaging them as opposed to making even this marriage work. Because if somebody is going to have you as an affair, as an extramarital affair, and they're going to hide you, because remember again, if you're a side chick, then that means you're being hidden from the main chick. It's the truth.
Well, then
I know about situations.
I'm like,
I know, but I've also heard of situations where the main chick actually knows about the existence of a side chick. I know about that. But how many women out there who are actually married, committed in relationships, and think that way, or would be positive to actually understand that their men have side chicks out there and keep up with that? Very few, or if not very few, none.
Okay, so before you even say anything, Diana, while you were in your situation, how was it mentally for you? Did you end up having feelings for this lady, or what exactly were you getting?
I actually did, and that's why I'm telling you, when you look at that code of conduct, they're saying you must not fall in love.
So what's the code of conduct for men?
It's still the same thing. You're not supposed to fall in love with this person, because the minute you fall in love with them, you want their attention. Remember, when it comes to love, attention is among the things you want to basically get as a benefit out of this relationship you're in. So I eventually fell in love. I fell in love with this person, and I wanted to be with them fully. And again, when you look at that code of conduct, they're saying that if you must not fall in love, and then number two, you must let them breathe. So basically that means anytime you want to talk to them, anytime you want to reach to them or reach out to them, you will not be able to, because now this is not your main, to you, you're actually your main person, but you are not their main person. So you might not fully get what you want from them.
Right, Diana?
He had it all wrong. You wanted a relationship with this person. I want to be your side chick. I don't want your emotions. It's a transactional thing. You want me to calm you down, I want your money, I want to be taken care of. So it's as easy as that. I don't care if you love me, I don't care about your wife and kids, keep them. Matter of fact, don't tell me about them, I don't want to know.
But the bitter pill also is, do these people realize that if this man was to ever leave their wife to be with you, they will still do the same thing with you?
They never leave their wives.
But would you accept, but would you accept, now let's say the marriage is dissolved and then he wants to be with you fully.
What am I doing with a cheating man? Am I mad?
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. All right, we have a couple of responses from Facebook, and let me read a couple of them. Balozi wa Kendube says, we are not told in the passage. I'm assuming you're talking about the Bible. And then Livingstone Irungu says, some side chicks become successful marriage partners. Remember, they understand the likes and dislikes of a person. All in all, trust a car that has no brakes at Salga downhill, other than he is just a friend. Okay. And we have Mary Okongo Obi, who says, side chick and long-lasting marriage in one sentence leads to total confusion. Ama mimi ndio sielewi kizungu, hapana unaelewa kabisa. Jacinta Koi says they are the beginning of the end of marriages. Herina Nyar Karateng says, yeah, they keep the man going by spicing things up. Winnie Wynn says, when pregnancy comes, the husband remembers the wife, and it will be a good husband for the wife not to know. It will be a good thing for the husband, for the wife, I'm not sure what you're saying, not to know the truth about the side. And then Sasha says, sometimes yes, though rarely. Right. Those are the responses. What do you think of the responses? So this is something quite, common. The thing is, I think the distinction is many people find it hard to remove their feelings and emotions from the whole, perspective or desire, because it's business in the beginning, like the way you're saying, and then the emotions come in. When did you wake up from this?
Before I even answer that, she said something about transactional and all that stuff. And I want to correct something on that, if you ever be with a man and you think you're with them because of their money and you think that is actually using them, that is not using them. You're the one who is in a delusional world, because what this man is doing is giving you pocket change. So let's proceed. So
depends with how much pocket change. Babes, I'm in my early 20s. I'm not trying to get a kid. I'm not trying to get married. Once I start with a single person, nimejenge afike 29, then it's like, you're not even my type. What's the point? Right now, I have opportunities to be in Dubai, Sierra Leone, if I want to, with somebody's baby.
Remy, I can assure you today that if I was to give a lady money, I'll respond back to your question. If I was to give a lady money, then definitely I'm giving her enough such that, I mean, the amount I'm giving her is money that has no effect on how much I actually have as a whole. Definitely. Even taking her to Dubai, she might think it's so big, but to me, probably it's not so expensive for me. But anyway, let's go back to what you just said and even the comments that people have said. I've actually had someone talk about spicing up, and that is something that is really happening a lot these days, spicing up. And am I okay with it? Not really, because this side chick thing is already spicing up a relationship, and that is what I'm not okay with. Like we have said, people will eventually, we are human beings made of blood and flesh and feelings, and you'll eventually develop feelings towards a person. And if you develop feelings towards a person, you want to be with them. And it's not always just about romantic relationships. We can even look at it in terms of friendships. The minute you get used to somebody, you want to be with them, you want to be around them, even friends. So now, if that is friendship and it would occur to you that way, so what about relationship? Or you're having an extramarital affair with a man and they're treating you right, definitely you're going to shake their marriage. I know they will say, oh, the man will not leave the wife to be with you and all that stuff. But you need to also ask yourself, why is he not leaving the wife? Is it really because they actually love their wife? Or is it because they love the architecture that comes with being or having a family? You need to also ask yourself that question.
Who's your favorite artist? 1 minute, sweetheart. Who's your favorite artist?
In terms of music?
Yeah, music. Just that one person you really love.
Okay. I think I have a couple, but the person I really, Chris Brown.
Okay. Unaweza sikiza Chris Brown from morning till evening?
Not really.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
You need a bit of Ciara, Nicki Minaj. It's not your fault. It's a human thing.
For how long will you do that then?
Forever. Because it will change.
And that's where the problem is.
But I was going to ask you, is there a cutoff to when you are supposed to stop, or like
for a woman, yeah. For a man, I mean, till they die.
But it's actually, I don't know if I should say it's sad, especially when it is happening. Okay, you know the society, the way the society is so patriarchal. It gives the man so much power, and I don't know, I don't even know who this society is, but I believe me and you are actually society, and we are the ones who comprise this society. So when a woman actually is the one supporting such an idea, I think as a society or as a community, we have to go back to reflect and see, because, you know, from what I know is it's women who are supposed to actually, wanafaa kujenga nyumba. Because wanasema mwanamke ndiye anajenga nyumba.
She's coming from the perspective of youth, right? And there's time, and it's specific things that she's getting, or these women get. So she's not coupling emotion into it, right? So I think what you can do is paint us the picture between these two, right? Because it's not everyone who would have the same perspective as to, you know, like this is going to harm or build. Like you said, there are other women who accept. So women are different, and men are different. Some men want to be kept and be the baby boys, and then now the baby girls. Right? So, and I think that's why this topic is the way it is. So in your perspective, then, why? Like, if women want to be kept like this and men want to be kept the way they are, what is that archetype we're talking about?
Okay, still on the same, within the same line of the side chick thing, where my stand is, or what I basically still think and my perception is, it's so much work to be a man who is married and have a side chick, and there are no benefits, like apart from sex, I think, there are no other benefits somebody is likely to get out of this. And instead, it is so much stress and so much baggage to them, because I think in as much as I said we have a big heart that can be able to accommodate quite a number of people, when you sit down to reflect on what exactly you're doing in terms of having an extra marital affair, is this thing will eventually drain you, because you're wanted on this side, you're wanted on this side. All these people want equal attention. It is even worse when your partner does not know. You're having an extra marital affair and your partner does not know. So it eventually drains you. So my stance still is that you're not supposed to. Actually, I don't know, because I don't think somebody gets to that mental capacity where they can be able to handle two people at the same time, or even have that extra, because it's called extra because you have to give an extra attention. You have to give extra a lot. It's not just about money. So
all right. So as you're going to the break, right? I've seen one of the comments there from our viewers is saying when they start bringing STIs and AIDS or whatever into the relationship, we have a problem. Now that's also another concern, because this person may not be sleeping with one particular quote-unquote side chick or side guy. It could be a couple. So mnapatiana vitu hapo katikati. What's your perspective on this?
That's a whole different topic. Hiyo ni yenye mnaitanga milayas sasa. Milayas. You get, like, that's a man that's just jumping from one person to another. But there's a man that has a younger baby girl and the wife.
But how would you know? How can you tell the difference?
You can always tell because oh my god, the side chick, the side chick waits for the calls, and you know, anytime if the guy is not with the wife, it's gonna be with me. There's no in between.
But it's not always.
But we're not asking for attention. You get, yeah, Mr. Ma, you want the same attention, Mr. Ki. Matter of fact, don't nag me. I have things to do. Don't nag me. You also said we get peanuts. Side chick actually get more money than the wife, because the wife understands economy ni mbaya. Mimi nataka kwenda Mombasa na nataka na kwa utanipea tu.
Okay, so what's your perspective on the same on the diseases that come with it?
Yeah, so talking about diseases, you know, we already said that having a side chick is basically having a secretive partner. And again, another thing you need to understand, Remy, is this person, like she said, actually, you're not committed to them fully. So that means they have the freedom and the will to even be with other people. So then that means the risk comes in about the STIs and the STDs. And that is why I'm against it, because this person, haujamfunga, they're allowed to be with other people. Because like you're saying, you're not invested in them. They're not supposed to invest in you in terms of feelings, emotionally. They're not supposed to be there with you with all that stuff put together. So that means they're allowed to be with other people. And that's when the problem begins. Because if they're allowed to be with other people, then at what point are you safe in terms of your health? How are you safe? Because if they're going to sleep with other people outside there, then likely they'll bring these things back to you, back at home.
Okay, and with that comment, we're taking a short break. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.